Hello my YouTube friends, welcome to my fall garden. Today I would like to show you how I am going to overwinter some flowers that will not survive during the winter months. And one of these type of flowers are geraniums. They are doing great and still going to develop a lot of flowers. Just look at the amount of blooms they're going to develop. But freezing nights are coming in a few days, so I need to do something about this. What I did in the past years, I dig them out and repot it and keep them in my sunroom. And look how gorgeously they bloom last year. This year I'm going to do something new. I saw on the internet this method. People just dig out the bushes, cut the leaves, leaving just the stems, and keep them in paper bags in their garages. This is what I will do. I have 5 bushes here. I will leave one to see whether it survived this little freeze, but 4 of those I will dig out. And while we are in my moonlight garden, look at these gorgeous blooms of mums. It's called icicles. I ended up cutting or digging out only 3 because they're so beautiful. My hand could not do it anymore, so I left 2 untouched. And this is a double paper bag from Trader Joe's. I cut off the handles and I will be storing my geraniums there. But before I place them in the bag, I will cut off the flowers for my bouquets. And then I cut some leaves and I will show you how I ended up. My little bouquet is so pretty. This is how drastically I cut off the leaves and stems and future flowers. And now I will bag them. Okay, I hope that they will sleep well through the whole winter, and I will replant them in the spring. The bag is stapled. I have 2 other types of geraniums, and they're annuals as well, red, but they're out of blooms, and this one very dark, almost black, and I have a lot of them. So I will be digging them out, cutting and storing in the bags as well. This is another bush of black geranium. I digged 6 bushes of black geranium. I cut the leaves off, maybe leaving a little bit more leaves and stems because they were very leggy. And I left 2 or 3 in the ground to see what happens in the next weeks. Now I will bag my black geraniums. Lastly, I dig out my 2 red geraniums and I will store them in a paper bag as well. But for additional protection, I will place these 3 bags in one big paper bag. And then I will cover this big bag with a blanket and keep this bag with the blanket in my garage. Plants that I need to overwinter are dahlias. Usually people dig out the tubers and store them in shredded wood in their garages. But I will try to do something else. We're in the middle of November and we had a few freezing nights, so dahlias started to die. And I need to cut them off and cover with mulch, and I will show you what I do in order to preserve them or overwinter them for the next year. Well, I cut all 4 dahlias, leaving short stumps so I would know when the new shoots appear when the spring comes. I live in zone 7B, so the freezing depth for my region is 18 inches. In the spring I planted my tubers exactly 1 foot or 12 inches deep. So I need at least 6 inches of mulch to cover the surface of the soil to protect my tubers from freeze. It's a combination of low temperatures and water that really get tubers to rot. So I applied at least 4 or 5 inches of mulch, and I will wait until the nights become even more cold, and then I will cover those patches where the dahlias were with a special blanket, this blanket. I am using something like this. There are many products similar to this particular blanket. You can use any of them. And on these blankets I will put additional 2 inches of mulch, and that will be it. But even this amount of mulch is very good protection from freezing temperatures. In front of my dahlias it was a beautiful bush of lantana, but the freeze damaged the leaves and the flowers, and I hope that it receded well, but just in case I will cut off all the branches and flowers and leave only a stump and also cover with mulch. Sometimes if the winter is warm enough, lantana will survive. Lantana is an annual flower, but by the end of the season it develops woody stems and branches and becomes a huge ball of flowers. I created a little hill over my lantana. Well, this flower bed is ready. Dahlias and lantana are covered. So I hope my flowers sleep well, gaining strength for the spring to come. I have 7 more beds with dahlias and lantanas to take care of. So I will continue doing my work. But my pansies, they are not afraid of this small freeze. They are fine until 27, 28 Fahrenheit, even lower. So they continue to bloom. So I will continue over winter my dahlias and other flowers. Until the next time, thank you for watching.